Okay, so we had 3 people hit level 4. Lae'zel, Gimpy, and Shadowheart. Lae'zel, we had her pick up Sentinel as her feat. We'll do Shadowheart next because Gimpy's going to be a little bit more involved for his leveling up process, because we'll discuss that here in a minute. So, level 4. Health increase, class features, gain a cantrip, and new feat. So what cantrip should she get? Thaumaturgy. Gain advantage on intimidation and performance checks. Light. Blade Ward. Take only half the damage from a bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. Lasts for 2 turns, I'm guessing? Or produce flame. Thinking light or blade ward. It's a cantrip, you get to use it all the time. Don't really need light. Blade ward would be useful though. And her feet. She can't be heavy armored. Well, she could be. Want to get her armor? Hey, Beacon, welcome back. Happy Monday. Increasability. What is her? Her wisdom 17. I don't know what to get as a cleric. Warcaster. Gain advantage on saving throws to maintain. Oh, yes. Advantage saving throws to maintain concentration on the spell. You can also use a reaction to cast Shocking Grasp at a target moving out of melee range. Okay. But advantage to maintain concentration. Yes. Please. Okay, so it's you. So Gimpy. So, my plans for Gimpy. Now, this is stuff that I've been thinking about. I actually looked this up as far as what we can do and when we should do it. So, as a ranger, Gimpy's going to can pick up an extra attack at level 5. However, we also want to multiclass him into rogue and pick up the assassin archetype for that, because it'll go really well together, I think, with the Gloom Warden that he is. But the problem is we have to get to level 3 of rogue for that. There's only 12 maximum levels in the game, so, and the thing is, there's no point to going to level 9 as a ranger, because you don't pick up anything at level 9 other than the normal leveling up stuff. You don't get any feats or any extra abilities. Level 4 into assassin will get him a feat from that, so you can pick up, a feat from hitting level 4, and also get all the stuff you get from level 3 as an assassin and level 3 of rogue. The question is, when do we do it? So, because leveling up is not super fast in this game, because again, with the maximum level of 12, so it'll be a while. Yeah, it'll be 8. No, he'll be 8 ranger for rogue. So he'll be, yeah, a level 8 Gloom Warden and a level 4 assassin. So that's the plan there. Now again, the question is when does he do it? Because again, he picks up an extra attack at level 5 ranger. So if we'll get that much closer at level 4, so we're going to get our feet. Well, same thing, if we switch over to rogue now, he won't pick up his feet. Pick up the feet for now. So again, this is the choice. Is what do I want to do? Is just work to level 5, get the extra attack, and then switch over to rogue, do 3 levels of rogue, or 4 levels of rogue, and that'll be a total of level 9 character, and then we'll have 3 levels above that. So, right? Yeah. So, choices. I think we're going to stick into ranger until level 5, so we can pick up that extra attack. Because dual wielding with an extra attack, or get 2 attacks with the bow, that's some, dude. You want to have a pet as a... No, I don't. No, as a Gloom Ward... Well, we have a familiar, but not a pet. Well... Yeah, because we took... yeah, because he can summon familiars. So they're not real pets. They're a little helpful. Like, we use the Raven to attempt to blind things for 1 round. And it dies a lot. So, At level 5 you get the real pet. I think it depends on what your archetype is. I'm not sure what the Gloom Warden gets at 5. I'd have to look it up again. But at 5 we're supposed to get an extra attack, so that's the plan. So again, I think we'll take level 4. We'll switch over to Rogue at level 6. Character level total. So, anyway. Replace a spell. Replace a spell. Good berry we want, Hunter's Mark we want, and Speak with Animal, yeah, so we don't want to change anything there. So a feat for Gimpy. Weapon Master. So what does proficiency actually get you? Club, dagger, glaive, great axe. Proficiency bonus to attack rolls. Okay. Yes, we hit level 4. Oh, so you do specific. Okay, so we get to level up dexterity if we want, if we go this way. Sharpshooter, no. We're having a more melee focus, so the question is what should we do? Dual wielder. You can use 2 weapon fighting even if your weapons aren't light, and you gain a +1 bonus to your armor class while wielding a melee weapon in each hand. You cannot dual wield heavy weapons. Now at the wetlands to try and get there. Max 20, you're not prone. Savage Attacker. When making weapon attacks, you roll your damage die twice and use the highest result. So that's all. So dual wielding, so you get to roll twice. Or actually, you'd be rolling for each damage, right? So that's actually not too bad. But the dual wielder, though. Although his weapons are light. That's just... It's a +1 AC too when dual wielding. That would help a little bit. I do like the Savage Attacker where you get to roll your damage twice. Use the higher result. Especially when you're swinging twice, 2 weapons that aren't... they're okay. But Weapon Master, we get to get some proficiencies. I'm going to go Weapon Master first. Pick up the dexterity to 18. For some reason, we couldn't start with 18, so I might as well do that. Let's see, we got... select feat passives. I'm trying to. Scimitar. Curious. Doesn't say melee on Savage, but I googled it and tabletop is melee only, just so you know. Oh yeah, I know Savage Attacker is ice, doesn't it say? When making weapon attacks. Okay, but I assumed this was melee. Except I don't know what just happened there.
No, never mind.
Um, no. So skills went up. Did they go up? Looks like they did. They should have. We have a higher dexterity now, so this dexterity stuff should have went up. Armor class, simple weapons, martial weapons. Well, that's... Oh. He's already proficient in all that stuff, so he didn't need to pick anything. So the only thing he got... What did he actually get from that, then? He just got to add the ability... Oh, shit. That's a mistake. He didn't need that. He could get... For 1 point of dexterity, he could have gotten the other one where he could get 2 points. Or 1 and 1. So that didn't help him. Okay, so the weapon master. Yeah, that doesn't help us. Okay, that was not the good choice. So basically either savage attacker or maybe dual wielding. Dual wielder is good too, because he gets a bonus to his armor class while dual wielding. And he can use other heavy weapon or heavier weapons while dual wielding. Oh. But I'd like to get that dexterity. Ability improvement. Increase your ability by 2 or 2 abilities by 1 to a maximum of 20. And I'd like to get that dexterity to 20. Or 18 at least. Defensive tool list. When attacked while wielding a finesse weapon you're proficient with, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your armor class, possibly causing the attack to miss. You can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus. You don't have a proficiency bonus, I don't think. I think we just have proficiency. Or whatever. Durable. No, we don't want that one. Mobile. Move speed increases and difficult terrain doesn't slow you down when you dash. If you move after making a melee attack, you don't provoke a dash. Ah, that's one's not too bad either, though. Medium armor and shields, and your strength and dexterity increase by 1. But he already has proficiency in medium armor. Only 2 ritual spells of your choice. Savage attacker again. So. No cantrip in. Oh. Not a lot of choices here that increase your stats for that one, but we don't need that one. I think we go with the ability improvement because there's no athlete. The jump thing might work. That way, if we want, we can get up to 20 at some point. Ah, well. Okay, I think we'll live with that one.
Looking ahead.
Because again, should increase this. Armor, simple weapons. Oh, that's right, increases this. Do the finesse weapons. That's damage and to hit, right? So that should increase that. Scimitar finesse. Do dexterity instead of your strength if your dexterity is on scales. Okay, but so it increases our to hit and damage, I think. That's how that works here. It's different from Pathfinder, I know that. Okay. So,
What's
you,
next, I
your
wonder?
magic. Your spellbook. So she's gonna have another level 2 spell slot, it looks like. So spiritual weapon already have. So restoration, prayer of healing. No. Can't heal all allies you can see. Can only be used outside of combat. No effect on undead or constructs. Cure wounds, healing word. Where did it go? Oh, that's it right there. I think. Where is it? No, it is not that one. So where did it go? There it is. Gotta get used to these icons. Different icons. The old coffin spirit. Welcome to stream. Can a ranger be melee or he gets archer skills? You can do melee or range. It's up to you, honey. You can. There are feats that favor ranger or ranged attacks, and there's feats that favor melee. And you can get both if you really want to. You just don't have a lot of. You don't get a lot of feats as you're leveling up. That's all. So you got to be really picky there. And also the archetype can determine what you're going to be too, because there's a range-based archetype and there's a melee one, I think. And I'm kind of an in-between. So it all depends. But you get choices, but they can be melee. In this case, I'm trying to focus on melee for this ranger. And it seems to be working. Being a ranger is a path one only seeks to suffer. That's a lie. Subclass, yeah. Archetype subclass. Yes, sorry. Anyway, so power of healing. Shoot the Fade, blast, spiritual weapon. So that's the spell book. Oh, lesser restoration. Cure a creature of disease, poison, or paralysis, or blindness. Probably should keep that. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, Gimpy didn't get any new spells, did he? He's got 3 possibilities, but that's his stuff. Okay. And he didn't level up yet. How close to leveling up is he?
So might as well.
He is almost leveled up. He needs 31 experience points. Slacker. Melee fighter classes, but with intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. How will I persuade, investigate, etc. in dialogues? Dexterity, strength, con don't help in dialogue much. Correct.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
I went... Well, we just picked up 2 points of dexterity, so he was actually 17 dexterity, 10, 10, 10, and 14 wisdom, 14 charisma. The charisma is helping in conversation stuff when it's appropriate. Could we get a +2 from that? But if you want to be more... I mean, I've obviously made some concessions here, be not so great. You know, we lost some constitution, lost some strength, but going dexterity based, we don't really care so much because all the weapons you're using are finesse weapons, so they take advantage of dexterity. So we're getting X for armor class here and offense and defense. So we're getting offense and defense there. He has all the conversations? No, unfortunately. Sometimes the other characters get thrown in. I think it depends on what character is the focus character at the time. I think that seems to be what it's going on there. I think. Because I've had other characters, you know, participate. I guess yes, they can. And it will use their statistics, I think. So if they don't have the best, you know, charisma or whatever, like he's only at +1. She's at -1. She's at a penalty. And so is she. So you really don't want... I don't want those two to, you know, participate in conversations. That would be not good. And it isn't. Because it happens on accident by time to time. Yeah, you can sort of choose, yeah. Again, if it happens on accident. Which it does. Illustrated Adventures of Baldur. Sure, why not? Open Letter of Oppression and Peacocks. Don't probably need this stuff, but gotta look. But it makes more sense your main character doing the talking. Yes, it does. Usually when I do these type of games, the role-playing games, my main character will give them a little bit of always give them a little bit more charisma if that fits the character for the most part. And the reason is because they're going to be doing the bulk of the talking, so you want them to be somewhat charismatic because you don't want them, you know, doing bad things happening because they're not, you know, charming enough to get stuff done. Something on the ground. It's a pouch with money and that gold ring. You do all the conversation. I think so. I haven't really tried because, like I said, it's not really the smart thing to do if they don't have the right stats. Look, it's a gilded chest with a amulet of Misty Step. So, ride and dance. When the wearer has 50 hit points or less, they can provoke it. Or can't. They don't provoke opportunity attacks. Oh, wait, that's what Gimpy's using. The Misty Step. So, Gale can absorb this magic item, or he can use it.
Way to the nearest library.
So he can get away when people are beating up on him, which they seem to like to do. Don't drain that. Make the female get Thanky, a barbarian, or Shadowheart, a wizard. It'd still mess up their story. It shouldn't affect the Gethanki because she's a fighter type. I don't think she cares. And Shadowheart or wizard. I don't know. I don't think it will, because so far the conversations I've had with her, she hasn't really spoken about being a cleric so much. I mean, she's devoted to a certain god, that kind of thing, but that doesn't mean it's not really saying that she's a wizard or a cleric. But I don't know. It shouldn't screw up their story. I mean, that's the whole point of them allowing you to change your classes. Arcane. Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. Stuff. Elixir of Fire Resistance, Potion of Healing, Greater Healing too. That's the one we just looked at. Selenite Journal. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Most pages in a journal have been hastily torn out, perhaps for kindling. Rotten fish. Yummy. Is strength bad? Do checks need strength often? Strength, I think, is a good thing. I mean, because there's different things you can do in this game. Like, you can pick up and throw stuff. And I'm pretty sure this is probably strength-based, I would think. I don't know how much, but you can throw stuff at people. Just like that. But no, strength is always good, because strength allows you to carry more stuff. Because actually this has been kind of an issue with Gimpy, is he's only got the 10 strength, and he's the big treasure collector, so, you got encumbrance to worry about once you get up to a certain point, and his 10 strength is a problem, so he has to transfer over stuff to Lae'zel here, because she's the strongest person in the party. So strength is actually a very useful stat, as always, because again, it allows you to carry more stuff. Oh, you're not tired. Get up. The items you wear count as inventory weight. Yes, they do. Everything that you are carrying counts. Whether you're wearing it or it's sitting in your backpack, it counts towards your weight. Padlock key. What's that there for?
Quickly then.
Right, what now?
Need more poison. When does Gimpy start to learn how to make poison? So we do have alchemy. Sublimate, so wispy, so do that. What is the most useful ability for conversations? Guidance. Cleric spell. Oh, charisma is well, it depends on, because there's different ways you can do conversations. Sometimes you can intimidate. Well, charisma is usually it. Charisma is usually the one where you can try to persuade people or intimidate them, that kind of stuff. Intelligence and wisdom, not so much. I haven't noticed any. Ashes. Dragon egg mushrooms. Okay. When did we pick that up? Vitriols. Bone caps. Weave moss. Nope, not enough there. So again, this is stuff to allows you to make potions or whatever. Elixirs. So elixir of arcane cultivation, peerless focus, or resistance to fire. Potions. Potion of featherfall, glorious vaulting, potions of healing. Never have enough of those. Resistance to fire, should probably grab that for fun. Glorious vaulting. So jump 20 feet in the air. He has about the size of a... sure. This game will need a proper rerun in order to run stats. Yeah, well, it depends. You don't have to necessarily rerun the same type of character. You can do something else. From what I understand, there's many different options in the game, depending on what you're doing. Party rolls a bit. Who does what? Sure. So, currently. Now, we do have other people sitting back in our camp that are not part of the party. We've got a rogue, a high elf rogue, a human, I don't know what the hell he is. I think he's a fighter. We have those sitting back at our camp because you can only have 4 people in your party at a time. But main character right now is Gimpy. He's a ranger, of course. Main character, does the bulk of the conversations. He is melee, but also proficient with bows, so he can do both, being a ranger. That's what he does. Speaking of, he needs his... He's got that still. He's a... Find his familiar, though. Raven. Quoth the Raven. This is a familiar. This is not a true combat pet. He just kind of flies around and does a couple of minor stuff for us, not the major. Anyway, then we have Lae'zel. She is a fighter, specializing in two-handed weapons, basically. She comes that way, and we're just trying to encourage her to do that. Her main role is to, of course, do melee damage and tank as best as she can, even though she is not necessarily the best tank at AC 16. I think everybody's sitting at AC 16. She's only 14 now because she is not using a shield. We should probably get her. Anyway, so Lae'zel, melee damage dealer, two-handed weapons. Gimpy, melee focused, but also does both. And then Shadowheart, she's our cleric, pretty much a healer, buffer, typical cleric stuff. And then we have Gale. Gale is a wizard. His job is to do wizard stuff. So how's that for an explanation? But her. See, we like this hammer she has, the Doom Hammer. Each strike fills a target with a chilling dread that prevents it from regaining hit points. And the creatures also get disadvantage on attack rolls. But her armor is only 14. So she's not the best there with that, but we don't have any extra one-handed weapons for her to use that are magical currently. A blooded great axe. Is that better than the very heavy great axe? Damage is a little bit better. Yes, it is, isn't it? Because relentless revenge, when the wielder has 50 hit points or 50% hit points left to deal additional damage. So you should be using that. And look, it's bigger. Traplock Guide, that is Gimpy. Gimpy has the skills to do that. His background gives him the skills to do that stuff. Is that skills? That's his detail. There's his skills. So, because of his background, he picked up Sleight of Hand and Stealth. Sleight of Hand lets him do the pickpockets and disarm locks and stuff. Pick locks, whatever you want to call him. He's our lock picker because of his background. So. That's his job. Again, she's just here for the melee stuff, and again, buffs, heals, typical cleric thing. Yeah, we don't have a magic weapon for her to use that's one-handed. If we picked one up, we can give her this little shield. Although, I don't think these guys are absolute brand. I think that's only Gimpy that got the brand. Has the brand. And then him. We just picked up the staff for him, which he doesn't really need. Because it already does it. Oh, you can smack stuff with it into fire damage, though. Cool. Balanced difficulty? Yes, balanced. And we already went through all this stuff. Went through the wardrobe? Apparently we did. How much AC do shields do? 2.
There is work to do.
Studded shield is 2. This one is 2. All the shields I think we've seen so far are 2 AC. 2, 2, 2. So typical stuff. But we haven't seen any small shields, I don't think. They're all been +2. Only 2? Well, yeah. And that's pretty standard for Dungeons and Dragons. Typically, small shields or bucklers are 1 AC. Larger shields are 2. I imagine a tower shield might be 3, but I haven't seen any tower shields. At least I haven't noticed any.
Without delay.
Do we explore over here? I don't remember. Yes, we did, because that's where the corpse is. So... 2 is nothing compared to 13 or 14, while two-handed weapon gives almost double damage compared to a one-hander. Two AC is a 10% increase. Typically, it's basically 10% increase in your armor class. If you're going on a, a regular hit. 100% increase in damage. 2 is nothing compared to 13 or 14, while a two-handed weapon gives almost double damage compared to a one-hander. 100% increase in damage? Not really. So 6 to 20 damage there for, well, that's a magical one. So her damage with this is 3 to 13. A regular mace is 2 to 7. But that's magical, so figure 2 to 12. Yeah, 2d6 plus 1. Yeah, that's what it is. Two-handed better? Well, but you also got to remember shields can't be magical. They can have special, like this one. Gives her bonus to saving throws if she had the right stuff on it. Although heroism, is that a thing? Ah, this one actually gives her access to the spell too. So, make yourself try for heroism. It's concentration, lasts until a long rest. That's actually pretty good. So we're gonna actually use that. She can lug this hammer around if we need it, but this shield is actually pretty nice. Weapon is +1. The 1d6 cause 1d. It's 2 to 7. Because the damage is 1d6 plus 1. So if you roll a 1, it's 2. If you roll a 6, it's 7. So it's 2 to 7.
No time to waste.
No one's stopped me yet. Need to find a way forward.
Can't afford to stay idle.
I do not think oops means what you think it
Cantrip
means.
did we get? I forgot. Blade Ward. Blade Ward's not on our list there. It is there though. Need to have it on there somewhere. So resistance plus Scene of the Trickster. Stealth checks. Don't worry about that too much. Blade Ward. The weapon is upgraded from 0 to +1 with crafting. If. How does that increase its damage? I haven't done any crafting yet.
No time for dally.
No time to rest. Another step forward.
I haven't done any crafting yet, so I don't know how it works in this game. Hey, Ring, welcome back. Yeah, usually +1 is attack to +1 to hit, +1 to damage. That's usually how magic weapons do things. Am I going this way? Hey, we've not been in here. Sneak. What's the max a plus weapon can have? You'd have to ask the developers. Again, don't know. Haven't done any crafting. It depends on what kind of system, because I think it's only supposed to be if you got potion craft. I've done alchemy. I was just doing alchemy. This stuff. I just made a couple of potions and everything. If you upgrade it. Well, you're assuming you can upgrade it. We don't know that you can do that, because again, haven't done any crafting weapon-wise or armor-wise in this game. The only crafting I've done is alchemy, which is potions. I'm leaving a lot of items on the table. What? Could it reach +10? Probably not. More than likely, because Dungeons & Dragons uses typically you don't, the highest you ever see is +5 in Dungeons & Dragons. The Pathfinder you might see +6 because they play a slightly different game, even though it's based on Dungeons & Dragons. But even then, I've seen stuff where in 5e for Dungeons & Dragons, the 5th version, they maximum out. Actually, most weapons are supposed to, magic items are supposed to max out at +3 because +5 is actually pretty high. Oh, if I wasn't using alchemy. Oh no, I know about alchemy. I've been grabbing all the stuff I can find. Yeah, +5 is really high. Can a normal rarity item get +5? I don't think so. Again, +5 is kind of frowned upon these days in Dungeons and Dragons because it's very strong. Because you're talking about a +5 to hit, +5 to damage. The damage doesn't sound like much, but that +5 to hit, that's a +25% better chance to hit than normal. That turns 1s into 6s, which is a big jump. Hey, Soul Slicer, welcome back. Happy Monday. How's it going? You can see specific effects to make some items specialized, right? So I think we see a puzzle here that I don't know what it's going to do. We'll explore the room a little bit more.
That might be worth a look.
What did we just see? I hate that noise, and we normally get a little light beam to tell us what we saw, but I don't see anything. And nothing's coming up. What the hell did we just see? Found a thing out, and it's not really spoilers. Okay. If you count proficiency and other bonuses, you can have +10 on attack rolls. Well, yeah, there's different things to get you the +10, but that's different than having a weapon that's walking around at +5. That's a big difference. because those other things you use don't always, you know, work. Proficiency isn't going to get you that. Well, as you level up, you get a bonus to, you get your attack bonuses and stuff as you level up. But again, that's different because it's based on level. It's supposed to be representative skill, roughly. You can, if you want to, respect a character to level 0. I don't know if you can change their stats, but this lets you change their class entirely. Yes, I know. I ran into that guy that in our camp that does that for you earlier in the stream. It's like, where's this guy come from? But that's his job. He's the respect guy. Can you make a finesse weapon fighter without strength? It says on his primary ability strength tooltip that it increases his attack and damage rolls, but with finesse weapon, dex would do that. Correct. Finesse weapons go on dexterity, not strength, because that's actually what Gimpy is. Gimpy is a finesse melee fighter. And he's dual wielding a scimitar and a sword, that are both finesse weapons. He don't care about strength as much. Again, so where'd this secret hidden thing, where is it? Unless it's this lever. Locked. What's this locked stuff? Oh, maybe we have to do the puzzle. Oh, I see multiple levers, it looks like. Maybe. The level you get them at didn't really was obvious to me that all we fully respect them here. Oh yeah, I totally understand that mindset, Ring. I was kind of under the same thing, that you wouldn't be able to respect them anything different than what they start at, but here it's different. Uh-oh. Soul, thank you very much for the 10 gift subs. Very generous, much appreciated. But 10? Yes, the nuke.
Wish I had a bag of holes.
We gotta wait for this to finish. Ring's causing trouble. Well, thank you, Soul. I appreciate it. Really, I do. And congratulations, everybody who's picking up a gift sub from Soul Slicer. Make sure you say thank you. How are you causing trouble this time? Did I say you were causing? No, I said Soul. Did I say Ring? I meant Soul was causing trouble with the gift subs because it's very noisy in my ear at the moment. It's very noisy. Did I name Ring? I meant Soul, sorry. Okay. So what did we actually see over here? Nothing showing up on the map. Oh, we got a cavern just going back that way, it looks like. Can we just walk through the wall? I'm guessing that's what this is for.
Let's see.
Might be an issue with your tracker. I gifted 20. Oh, you gifted 20? Well, shit. Thank you even more then. I just saw the first 10. I didn't... But it's going on for a long time, so I guess we'll go with 20. We'll go with 20. But thank you, Soul. I wondered why it was still going on. See, make a weapon +1. The dice rolls don't change, so a 2d6 two-hander compared to a one-hander. The difference is 1 extra 1d6, so 1d6 damage, not that much. Well, it'll matter when you do like crits and stuff. If you crits are double damage, so granted you have to roll a 20 for that, but turn that 1d6 into 2d6 or that 2d6 into a 4d6. So it matters. It's a big deal when you start looking at crits. And that two-hander is going to average damage to basically higher than the one-hander too. 5% chance? It happens more often than you think it does. We had a fight earlier. Gimpy got hit twice in a row by crits. He got critted twice in a row. So, it happens. Yeah, the average damage is the big deal. Because that average damage on 1d6 is going to be 3. Average damage on 2d6 is going to, or 2d12 is going to be 6. That's usually how averages work, so. Every dice numbers the same. Every dice numbers the same chances, right? Yes, they're all 5% chance. On a d20, every number is a 5% chance. So you have a 5% chance to roll a 1, you have a 5% chance to roll a 20, you have a 5% chance to roll a 10, and everything in between. So it's all the same. And as far as criticals are concerned, either critical failures or successes. 1s are failures, 20s are successes, 5% chance. Slow? Again, it happens more often than you think it does. Gotta figure out this puzzle. I'm guessing it's a puzzle. You like the discussion? Yeah. You got crit? Yeah, we were doing a fight, and two mobs shot at Gimpy. One shot at him, rolled a 20, crit at him. Crit damage. Crit hit, whatever you want to call it. It's a crit. Next one came up. Very next roll, rolled a 20. 2 20s in a row. So we got critted twice. That's how that works. Where did that confuse you? Actually, I had a long talk with your friends last night about the strange it was that your friend had 0 critical misses for the entire Scholastic campaign. Really? That's friggin' luckier than hell. Okay, so here's our puzzle that we need to do. I'm guessing... I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing here. What are we supposed to be doing here? If a two-hander is worth it, or for a shield. She gives 2 AC, while a two-hander gives more damage. Well, the two-hander damage is going to vary too, depending on the weapon. But typically, it's... So the maul is
Hello,
2d6.
Gimpy. It is time to take a
Great
break.
sword is 2d6. So it looks
Go
like all
get
the...
some more water while you are up. Your next
That's
break is in 1
1d12.
hour.
Technically the same damage range, but a little different. So 1d12. That's not a two-hander. So again, great sword is 2d6. The maul is 2d6, but the great axe is 1d12. Let's get a second one too. Another d12. Glaive d10. So the damage on the two-handers is going to vary a little bit. Basically from 1d10 to 2d6, I think, or 1d12, whatever. Basically from 10 to 12 damage for two-handers, maximum. Nope, they're not all, because again, we just looked at it. The smaller ones are d10, and the other ones are 2d6 or 1d12. Does it add one? I don't know. Main hand only. When you miss an attack, you deal... No, that's special. No, wait a minute. Main hand only, tenacity. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know where that's coming from. But each weapon, one-handed or two-handed, they also have different abilities too, based on what the weapon is. Like the blunt weapons can do like concussion damage, like so you can kind of like stun or daze people when you hit them with it with a special attack. The bladed weapons can do lacerations to cause bleeding, that kind of stuff. So each weapon has little abilities, special abilities too, and it's not magic based. Right, I know in Pathfinder they add damage based, for your strength bonus, but I don't think they do here. I don't see any. I mean, the special abilities maybe might do something. So, Gargantuan Cleave out of this thing, the heavy great axe. So that's a special ability. Swing your weapon with all your might. You can attack multiple targets, but become off balanced. Lacerate because of bladed weapon. Prepare. Sacrifice movement speed to deal an additional 3 slashing damage with the melee weapon this turn. But you can only do these things like once every short rest. So you gotta be careful of those. And the great axe. This one does a cleave. Swing your weapon in a large area, attack 3 enemies at once, but no, it doesn't put you off balance. Lacerate, and then prepare. So, the great axe is, even though it's the same damage as the very heavy great axe, but this one's special. This is a magic weapon. So, yes, they are both +1. Weapon enchantment +1. This one's +1 too. Why glaze on? I don't know. I don't make the rules. And yeah, the abilities are only available if you're proficient with the weapon, which that's a tricky one in this game. Threw you for a loop with how much it deviates from Classic 5. Does it? I don't play the tabletop, so this is all, Do glaives have reach? I don't know. How about, can we talk about this stuff when we get back from our break? Because I do need to take a break. Which means I need to get up, stretch my legs, that kind of stuff, see what Mr. Gippy the dog is up to. I ran out of water as well. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you again, Soul Slicer, for the 20 subs. 20 gift subs. And thank you, of course, all coming out watching. Happy Monday. Be back in a few minutes. Enjoy the dog video.